students, how are you today?
Very good.
Fine, that's great. So today we're going to talk about something really supplementary. Here we are going to come to the front and you are going to write as many ideas as you can about this word. What comes to your mind about supplementary? Okay? So please, Steffi, come to the board and write. Linda, write as many words as you can about supplementary. What do you understand about this word? One more, please. Thank you very much. So now here you wrote different ideas about supplementary, right? So you wrote extra help, handouts, more activities, worksheets, extra activities, resources, and extra material. That means that you have an idea of what supplementary is, right? So now let's go with this part. Here I'm going to provide you some discussion questions in order for you to analyze the topic, right? So here it's the first one. Would you mind reading, please, Gabby?
Should teachers work just using the activities and materials provided by the coursebook, or should they select other extra material and activities, and why?
Why? So what do you think about this question? What's your opinion about?
No, it is required for teachers to use an extra materials because to make the class more interesting and to have for students more information.
Okay, maybe to get more information. Do you agree, Mary?
Yeah, teacher always should have extra material because if something happens, if the time, if the time is short, she can add this extra materials.
Let's go with the next question. Would you mind reading, Patti?
When can we select supplementary materials or activities?
So when can we select? As future teachers, when can you select supplementary activities or materials?
We can select, for example, if in this case we are talking about grammatical structures, so it's so difficult for learners. So we can give some extra sheet that this extra sheet could be some rules simpler than the complex.
Okay. Let's go with the next one. Read, please, Steffi.
Why do we select supplementary materials?
Okay, why do we select supplementary materials?
I think that we select supplementary materials when we see the lack of practice in extra activities, and it helps to our students to improve their knowledge.
Okay, to help students to improve, right? What should we consider to select the appropriate supplementary materials or activity? It's the same, right? You told us that it's necessary to use supplementary materials in order to help students to learn the language better. So let's go with the answers, right? So the first one included skills development, grammar, vocabulary, phonology, and communicative skills, right? As you told. And the next one, the final. When can we select supplementary materials or activities? Here, need something different. Maybe in your class you need to add something different. Extra practice, as everyone taught us. Provide missing information. And also bring something different to the class. Maybe your class is boring, so you need to add something different. That's why you use supplementary materials. What do we select supplementary materials? To replace unsuitable material in the course book, to provide suitable materials for learners' particular needs and interests. You need to remember that you need to understand the needs and the interests of your students in order to bring the supplementary material. Give learners extra language or skills, a variety of teaching. What should we consider to select appropriate material to learners' program aimed for particular lessons? Right?
Now we know more about supplementary materials, when we can use, and what modifications we can do with the supplementary materials. Now we are going to fill in this chart that we have here some samples of supplementary materials activities, and we are going to know, we are going to check some possible advantages and disadvantages that these kind of activities can have. I am going to give you this we have the advantages and disadvantages, and you are going to come to the front and stick on the board in the right space. Please. Please read, Gabby, and stick on the board.
Content may not be motivating for other learners.
What kind of supplementary material can it be?
Maybe it's class library of readers.
Yeah, it is an advantage or a disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay. The content may not be motivated for older learners. Please, the second.
I have this focus on individual skills.
In a skill practice book. It is an advantage. Please, Vale.
I have may not suit lesson aims. I think it's teachers, resource books, and download worksheets.
And the second.
And the second one, new ideas for lessons. It's also teachers' resource books and worksheets, and I think it's this is a disadvantage, and that's an advantage.
Good, Valerie. We have the new ideas for a lesson is the advantage, and may not suit for a lesson aims, it is the disadvantage. Thank you, Valerie. Please,
They are not colorful syllables. I think that is a disadvantage of skill practice book.
Okay.
And the other one is variety of lesson plans, teaching materials, other sources, websites. It is an advantage.
It's an advantage of websites.
Yes.
Because we have a variety of lesson plans that we can find in the website. Please.
I have school may not have enough computer stations.
Okay.
I think it's websites and could be a disadvantage.
Yes, it's a disadvantage of websites because we don't have enough computer in the school.
Another I have extra practice is in language practice books, and it is an advantage.
Yeah. It is an advantage of language practice books. Please, Mary.
I have gives learner confidence, and I think it is an advantage for class library of readers.
Yes.
And the other one is equipment, not always be available, and I think it's a disadvantage for DVDs.
Thank you. Patty?
We have familiar technology for learners. It could be advantages of electronic materials.
Yeah. Advantage.
And we have difficult for teachers to control how learners are working. It could be a disadvantage of the language practice work.
Yeah. Please. Nina?
May not be suitable for older learners. I think it's a disadvantage, and it could be maybe games.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Vicky, please.
I have repetitive exercises, and that's a disadvantage of language practice book.
Yes. Please, Erika.
I have provided visual context. I think it's an advantage.
Is an advantage of DVDs. And the last one, please, Flavio. What do you have?
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment. That is the last one. That is an advantage of games. Well, we can notice here that we have some advantages and disadvantages that we can have with some supplementary materials. We need to find the best one for each type of learner, the level, and if they are teenagers, older, we need to find the correct one. Now, please open your books on page 162. Please, everybody, open your books on page 162. Okay, now we are going to read two topics. I am going to divide the class in
This row is going to
be A, this B, and Vicky A, and Linda B. Well, the letter A is going to read selection of supplementary materials and activities that we have in page 162. And the letter B, you are going to read use of supplementary materials and activities on page 163. Please, you have 2 minutes to read and we are going to share the ideas. Well, now we are going to share with your partners what you understood from your reading. A, you are going to share with your partner B and you are going to exchange information. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to listen an idea from your partners. Please, Vale, could you help me, give me a summary what you understood about the reading and what you learned from Gabby?
From what I've read, to use supplementary materials, sometimes we will need to adapt them because not always the supplementary materials are according to what we are studying or what we are teaching from the course book, and we need to adapt them. Also, when we are going to select supplementary materials, we need to ask at the beginning of the course what are the materials or the supplementary materials available in the classroom or in the institution where we are going to work, because it is always necessary to know what are we going to use in order to teach in a better way our students.
Okay, thank you, Vale. These readings were about how we can select these materials, these supplementary materials, according to the age, to the level. Always, also we can use authentic material if we need to. We can be focused on different skills. We can work in 2 of them in different activities, in different tasks. Also, we can adapt the activities that we have from the book or the course book. We can adapt to the level that we are working depending on their necessities. Okay? It is clear about this topic? Yes? You have a question? No?
What we learned about supplementary materials. Please open your book on page 165. Okay, please, Valerie, can you help me read the instruction?
For questions from 1 to 7, match the supplementary materials with the teacher's comments list from A to H.
Continue.
There is one extra option which you don't need to use.
Here in these instructions, what are the words that help you to identify what you have to do in this activity? Which words are important?
Match supplementary materials and teacher's comments.
And also?
And also extra option and don't need.
Yeah, extra option. Okay, very good. So you have 1 minute to complete this activity, please. Match the teacher's comment with the supplementary materials. Okay, let's check the answers. Monica, can you read number 1, please? Can you read?
I can use it to test the meaning of vocabulary in an enjoyable way.
What's the answer?
It's letter
Number?
Is number 2.
Read the answer.
A website that helps the teacher make quizzes.
Very good. Patty, the next.
It's really useful because there's no focus on problem sums in a course book. Maybe number 4, a collection of.
Are you sure?
Number 5, a book's practicing phoneme.
Okay, very good. Next, Steffi, please.
Letter C. I can go around and monitor my students' accuracy while they have a lot of fun. It is number 1. A book of grammar games.
Very good. Mary, please, the next.
My students can choose books that are easier or more difficult for them. Sorry. It is number 6, a collection of graded readers.
Very good. Valerie, the next.
It helps my young learners get used to the rhythm of the language. It's number 4, a collection of poems and songs.
The next, Gabby.
My students can choose their own exercises and check their answer. It is number 7, a city rule of reading text and tasks.
Next, Monica, can you read again?
It helps my visual learners when we are learning new vocabulary. Is number C. Number 3.
Are you sure? Mary, do you know?
It's number 7.
Letter G is number 7.
Oh, sorry. Letter D. No.
That's the extra option. So what's the answer for number 7? Leather?
Letter F.
For number 7, leather. Okay, very good. So let's continue. Patty, can you read here, please, the instruction?
Reflection. Think about the comments from teachers. Which do you agree with and why?
Number 1?
My course book is good, but each unit follows the same pattern, so I need supplementary materials to give the students some variety.
Do you agree with this comment? What do you think?
I agree with that, with this comment because instead of we have a lot of exercise in the books, also we need to give some extra materials to learners to give them a more challenge about the topic.
Very good, yes. Because here it says that the course book is good, but each unit follows the same pattern. So we need to find for extra supplementary materials to make the class more interesting. And number 2, and please, Steffi, can you read?
I don't see why supplementary materials have to fit into the syllabus. Sometimes it's just good for learners to have a change and have some fun.
Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree because I think that the supplementary materials is useful for learners because in that way they can practice, and also it's good for the teacher because it can accommodate or they can use or incorporate in his or her lesson plan.
Okay, very good. And the last one, Vicky, can you read number 3?
You can expect the course book to do everything for you. I often need supplementary materials for extra practice or for material and activities that the course book doesn't provide.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree because we as teachers know the necessities of our students, so we can find interesting and new activities, supplementary activities, instead of using the ones from the course.
Very good, because if we as teachers feel that our students are not having enough practice, we have to select extra material to reinforce the class. Yeah, thank you.